Good morning, dear students. Last time we had experienced the singing of Robin in the poem Robin. We understood the importance of being hopeful. So, children, today we'll get connected with the prose, and the name of the chapter is Dorothy Meets the Scarecrow. The author of the story is L. Frank Baum, as you can see in the slide. And the story is adapted from The Wizard of Oz. About the author, children, L. Frank Baum was an American author who started writing books for children. His most well known book, The Wizard of Oz, was so popular that he wrote more books about Oz and continued the series. In this picture, you can see the title of the book, The Wizard of Oz, and the important characters in it. Now, children, try to identify the given characters here. You can see in this picture a castle, a prince, princess, unicorn, Cinderella, crown, dwarf, etc. Do you know, children, who they are? Yes, they are fairy tale characters. Now let's play a guess game, children. Try to identify this character. Right, it's a scarecrow. Do you know what is the work of a scarecrow? A scarecrow scares birds away from the field. Have you ever seen a scarecrow, children? I think all must be familiar to it. Now, this is a little girl named Dorothy and her dog Toto. There are many important characters in this story, children, like the Scarecrow, Dorothy, Toto, and the Wizard of Oz. Now, let's begin with the prose. As I read out the prose, I'll be asking you all to make the notes of the important words which I'll be giving out the meaning to. Dorothy walked along the road. It was made of yellow bricks. When she had gone some miles, she needed to rest. She climbed to the top of the fence beside the road and sat down. Her dog Toto was also tired. Now, here in this paragraph, Dorothy is a little girl who needs to reach some place, and for that, she needs to walk miles. She gets tired and needed some rest. So, she lay down near a fence, and her dog Toto was also tired. Now, here in this paragraph, children, there is a word miles which means a far away place. He lay down on the ground by the fence. There was a large cornfield on the other side of the fence, and in the field there was a scarecrow. Now, the dog also lay down on the ground, and there was a cornfield beside the fence, and in the cornfield there was a scarecrow. Children, cornfield. Cornfield means a field of corn. Next paragraph, children. Dorothy gazed at the scarecrow. Its head was a small sack stuffed with straw. Its face was painted on the sack. Now, children, here the scarecrow is a small sack stuffed with straw. Straw means dry grass, and his face is painted on the sack. It had an old pointed blue hat on its head. On its body, it wore a blue suit of faded colors, which had also been stuffed with straw. On the feet were some old boots. Now, this is describing the scarecrow. So the scarecrow has worn an old pointed blue hat along with a blue suit which is faded. Faded means colorless, pale, dull, etc. And he has also worn some old boots. Now the scarecrow was tied to a tall pole. It was there to scare the birds and stop them from eating the ripe corn. Now, this paragraph says that the scarecrow was tied to a tall pole and he was there for some reason. Now, children, can you tell me what reason was the scarecrow made to stand in the field? Yes, he was there to scare away the birds and stop them from eating the ripe corn. Next paragraph. While Dorothy was looking at the painted face of the scarecrow, she was surprised to see one of the eyes slowly wink at her. She thought she must have imagined it. Then the scarecrow nodded its head to her in a friendly way. Now, Dorothy was gazing or looking at the scarecrow with some surprise. Suddenly, she realizes that the scarecrow winks at her and nods its head in a friendly way. She is surprised to see a scarecrow having human qualities. She thought she must have imagined it, but no, it was in real. Dorothy climbed down from the fence and walked up to it. Toto ran around the pole and barked. "Good day," said the scarecrow. Now the scarecrow started to speak. "You didn't just speak, did you?" asked the girl in wonder. "Certainly," answered the scarecrow. Now, Dorothy was asking a question to the scarecrow whether it had spoken few words or not. So, the scarecrow answers by saying, "Certainly." Certainly means, children, to emphasize on what is spoken is true. "How do you do?" "I'm pretty well, thank you," replied Dorothy politely. "How do you do?" "I am bored," said the scarecrow. "It is very dull being stuck up here night and day to scare away crows." Now, Dorothy is asking the scarecrow, how does he do? So the scarecrow says that he is bored. He doesn't want to be stuck up on the tall pole and scare away the crows. "Can't you get down?" asked Dorothy. So Dorothy is asking the scarecrow to get down. "No, this pole is stuck up my back. Please help me get down." Dorothy reached up both arms and lifted the scarecrow off the pole. He was quite light because he was only stuffed with straw. The scarecrow says that he is not able to come down because he is stuck up to the pole. He needs some help. So Dorothy raises her both arms and lifts the scarecrow off the pole. Now, children, can you tell me why the scarecrow was so light? Yes, children, it was so light because he was only stuffed with straw. Next, she set him down on the ground. "Thank you very much," said the scarecrow. "I feel much better." Dorothy was so surprised to hear a straw man speak. Now the scarecrow is thanking Dorothy for bringing him down on the ground. The scarecrow stretched and yawned. Children, when do you stretch and yawn? Yes, you stretch and yawn if you are feeling very sleepy or if you have woke up from a short nap or a deep sleep. are you? Asked the Scarecrow. And where are you going? My name is Dorothy, said the little girl, and I am going to the Emerald City. I am going to ask the great Oz to send me back home to Kansas. In this paragraph, children, the Scarecrow is asking Dorothy what her name was and where is she going. So Dorothy answers by saying that she is going to the Emerald City to ask the Great Oz to send her back home to Kansas. Now, next paragraph. Where is the Emerald City? Said the Scarecrow. And who is Oz? Why, don't you know? She replied. Now, children, this is the picture of the Emerald City, and this is the Great Oz. Next, no, indeed. Please note down the word indeed, children. I don't know anything. You see, I am stuffed with straw, so I have no brains at all, he answered sadly. Oh, said Dorothy, I am sorry for you. Now, Dorothy is feeling sorry for the Scarecrow because he has no brain. Do you think, he asked, if I go to the Emerald City with you, that Oz would give me some brains? I don't know, she replied. Come to the Emerald City with me and Toto. You can ask the great Oz for a brain. Now, Dorothy is saying that the Scarecrow should go along with her to the Emerald City and ask the great Oz for a brain. What if he doesn't give me one? You should try anyway, said Dorothy. You have nothing to lose. Now, the Scarecrow has a doubt whether the great Oz will give him a brain or not. So, Dorothy replies by saying that you should try because you have nothing to lose as your body is filled with straw. Next, that is true, said the Scarecrow. You see, I don't mind my legs and arms and body being stuffed because I cannot get hurt. If anyone treads on my toes or sticks a pin into me, it doesn't matter because I can't feel it. Now, the Scarecrow is saying that his body is stuffed with straw and he doesn't feel any pain or anything else. So he doesn't mind having stuffed with straw. Dorothy listened carefully and nodded. She was amazed to see the Scarecrow walking and talking. Children, won't you be amazed or surprised if you find any imaginary character or a non living thing speaking and talking to you? Yes, I think you all will be. But I do not want people to call me a fool. And if my head stays stuffed with straw instead of with brains, as yours is, how am I ever to know anything? So, now here, children, the Scarecrow is insisting on having a brain because a brain is needed to gain knowledge, to learn different things, and other things. Now, next paragraph. I understand how you feel, said the little girl, who was truly sorry for him. If you will come with me, I'll ask Oz to do all he can for you. Thank you, he answered gratefully. Dorothy, Toto, and the Scarecrow walked to the fence. Now, in this paragraph, Dorothy is saying that she will ask the Oz to do something for the Scarecrow and give him a brain. So, for that, the scarecrow thanks Dorothy gratefully. Gratefully means children, thankfully. Now they are walking towards the Emerald City. They climbed over it and started walking along the yellow brick road towards the Emerald City. Toto sniffed around the straw man. He growled as if he suspected there might be a nest of rats in the straw. Now, Toto is sniffing around the straw man, that is the scarecrow, because he is suspecting a nest of rats in the straw. Now, children, sniff means to smell through nose, and growl means a sound produced by the dogs. Now, here Toto is suspecting a nest of rats. Suspecting means he is doubting that there are rats in the straw. He was behaving in an unfriendly way because he did not know the scarecrow. Children, in the earlier paragraph, we had seen that the scarecrow was behaving in a friendly way, whereas here Toto is behaving in an unfriendly way. Unfriendly way means not at all friendly. So, both are opposite of each other. Don't mind Toto, said Dorothy to her new friend. He never bites. Oh, I am not afraid, replied the scarecrow. He can't hurt the straw. The scarecrow is saying that I am not afraid of Toto because he cannot hurt the straw. Toto, be nice, said Dorothy to her dog and bent down to pat him. To pat him means, children, to stroke the dog with love. Then she picked up her basket and they began walking again. Do let me carry that basket for you. I shall not mind it, for I can't get tired, said the scarecrow. Now, the scarecrow is insisting on carrying the Dorothy's basket, because he will not get tired. I'll tell you a secret, he continued as he walked along. Children, here secret means to not to be known or seen by others. There is only one thing in the world I am afraid of. Scarecrow is saying that he is afraid of only one thing. What is that? Asked Dorothy. Is it the farmer who made you? No, answered the scarecrow. It's a lighted match. Here, children, scarecrow is afraid of a lighted match because a lighted match can catch fire very soon, and the scarecrow body is stuffed with straw. It can catch fire very easily. So the scarecrow is scared of a lighted match. Here we come with the end of the prose, and let's see some important words in the vocabulary section. Children, please note down these important words in your books and learn them. Let's recall, children. Now, in this story, we have seen a little girl named Dorothy who walks towards to the Emerald City, which is far, far away. That means miles away, and she needs to walk miles, and she is walking along with her dog Toto. On her way, she feels tired and needs to rest. So she lay down near the cornfield, and there she finds a scarecrow. She is surprised to see the scarecrow, and when the scarecrow starts speaking and winking, nodding at Dorothy, She is really amazed. Then she helps the scarecrow to come down off the pole and decide to walk along with her to the Emerald City. As they walk to the Emerald City, the scarecrow wishes for a brain. He wants a brain. So Dorothy says that she will ask the great Oz for one. Scarecrow is very much grateful towards Dorothy, and he feels that he should help the Dorothy, and he asks Dorothy to please give her basket so that he can carry it. On the way, he also says about a secret to Dorothy, and he reveals the secret by saying that he is afraid of only one thing in this world, and that was a lighted match, because his body was stuffed with straw and straw catches fire very soon, and that's the reason he was afraid of the lighted match, because his body can catch fire very soon. So children, in this story, Dorothy, Toto and Scarecrow move towards the Emerald City with a hope that their wishes will come true. Now let's see in the next session that you will be briefed with few exercises. Till then, be home, be safe and study well. Thank you.